What's up, you guys? Dave Bainey here, APP World Tour. We're coming live from the Infinity SUP World Headquarters. We are practicing social distancing. You can see I'm the only one here today, except we have a special guest, your world champion, Izzi Gomez. What's up, Izzi?
Not much. How are you?
I'm lonely, but other than that, I'm great.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm currently in my house all by myself. Yeah, it's been difficult. I feel like I'm going slightly insane, but that's okay.
So, have you been actually getting out there and surfing, catching some waves, or you been doing some home training, or you just been drinking Red Bulls and getting psyched?
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of everything, honestly. Keep training and just, surfing for as long as the beaches stay open, and yeah, just trying to stay on top of things.
It was pretty rad to see, like, 1 week you're catching a giant wave, and then the next week you're in crappy California surf, winning a QS event on your shortboard. We all had it on the live feed and all that stuff, and it does have to be kind of daunting for someone who just surfs. Like all your other competitors, like, oh, what? Like, I thought she just stand at paddle. I just got smoked, and so definitely like woke a few people up because
I feel like sometimes people get me in a heat and they're like, oh, okay, like we got this, but now they're gonna be like, oh wait, she actually won a QS before, so like we can't write her off.
All right, Izzi. Well, now that you're living with that 5th world title, I was there for your first world title, which was in Huntington Beach. And to see you win all these titles year after year, it's been really incredible. So literally each heat you surf, you're basically breaking a record, covering new ground, and continuing to push the sport of women's sup. I mean, how do you feel walking around with 5 of those crowns on your head?
A lot has changed since my first season on tour. I think the first event I did was Turtle Bay, and I want to say it was 13 or 14, and I mean, just from then to now it's been pretty crazy because I feel like up until I was 15, 16, I still had the anxiety and I didn't have the confidence that I should have. I would like basically cry before every heat because I was so nervous.
I remember being in Sayulita before you won the gold, like how gnarly stressed out you were and crying and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And at that point I haven't really hung out with you all that much, so I was like, wow, Izzi's like, whoa, she's a head case a little bit,
Yeah.
But you're totally different from now.
15. Yeah. But like now that I'm able, obviously I'm older, it's come with age, I'm able to handle it by myself and just have fun, really. I think that's the biggest thing that's changed, and that's allowed me, I feel like, just to push my surfing and just surf more freely and without any expectations, I guess.
Yeah, no, you definitely, that's kind of when we first started hanging out a little bit more. So like from that experience to like hanging out with you now, you definitely have evolved as a human, and it's been fun to watch. Let's talk about last year though, your 5th world title. So you kind of did a few cool things. You won every event, I believe, but you got second at the first event, Sunset, right? Walk us through.
Sunset's always been kind of like my favorite wave on tour. When I was practicing before the contest, I got stitches in my butt cheek from landing on my fins. So I just had to stay out of the water and surf my heats. And that was kind of devastating for me because at that point, like, my whole mental state was kind of like, oh, everyone's practicing and getting more time in than me, so I'm not going to do good. But I ended up making the final, and then unfortunately I broke my board, so that gave me second place there, which isn't too bad, but I'm there to win. So that was good. I mean, we got really fun waves, and I was happy.
So from Sunset we went to New York City, but through the end of it you scored really good waves for New York, and you ended up winning that event.
Yeah, I love New York, and that was a really fun event. And I feel like I definitely have my work cut out for me in the final because Yuka is pretty small and light, and she knows how to surf small waves, and I was just almost looking for like the one big maneuver sections, and she was getting lucky down the beach with some like smaller little runners. So I just kind of got lost at sea for a minute there, but then I found my rhythm again. So yeah.
And then I actually missed Barbados, which I was super bummed because obviously you guys scored waves. I'm going to say you probably put on the most impressive SUP women's surfing anybody's ever seen in a competition at that event.
Thank you. I had such a good time there because, I mean, I love warm water and clear water and just like amazing weather. So it was just such a nice venue for everyone. I mean, I feel like the level of surfing that was on display there from the men and the women was just like next level. So
I don't remember us talking about it or if you knew that you could seal it up at that event with a win. But I remember listening on the live feed, they kind of figured that out.
It was after my semifinal heat, and because we had no idea at this point. So Evelyn came up to me and she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that if Shaq doesn't make this heat, you win the world title." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I had no idea. So that was a really good surprise. I know like Laura Clayton was right next to me. Like when I found out I won the title, and like it was just really fun to just be surrounded by, you know, like your good friends, and yeah, I was so happy.
I mean, 5 times sounds pretty cool, and I know everyone's definitely excited and waiting and anticipating what's coming this year, and excited to see you on tour competing again. And so when that happens, you know, everybody please tune in to APP World Tour. It's still gonna be a great event, great year. Izzy's gonna be there, I'll be there, everyone's gonna be there. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye, thanks. Stay safe.